Your Country 1039 KGRT, Tim McGraw, Standing Room Only. I love the lyrics in that song.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. Our question of the day brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. And, kind of appropriate that we would be talking about water for Earth Day, but not quite in the way that I think everybody thinks. Of course, we all need a little bit more water in our day, but it seems that people have strong opinions about the stuff inside of their water bottles. Yeah, a new survey found that 60% of Americans say that they're picky about the type of water that they are drinking, and many claim, at least, that they can instantly tell the difference between, say, tap water, bottled water, filtered water, or even spring water. 35% say that they bring their own water everywhere, and 37% said that they'd rather go thirsty than drink a type of water that they dislike. Ooh. Water snobbery. Yes, bottled water still wins by a wide margin, especially spring water, but many people are loyal to even specific brands. The irony is that while the water they drink really matters to people, most have no idea where their favorite water actually comes from. Do you? I mean, if you drink a particular brand of water, do you know where it comes from? Seriously, I'm not sure if it actually says the correct place on the label there. But all this water snobbery going around, I ask you this question: are you a water snob? You know, and I mean that like you like to drink specific water. Now, I'm not saying that you won't drink any water if that's not available, but you know, if you have a particular type, is that what you go for all the time? Now, I will say this. I really had no problem with tap water for the longest time until I moved to a specific area which will not be named. But, whoa, it was definitely, you know, maybe good for some coffee, occasionally some stuff if you're cooking. But, man, just drinking straight water out of the tap was kind of hard. So that's when suddenly I started collecting water bottles in my car, because I'd go buy a couple of bottles of water and then drink them throughout the day, and I end up with a lot of empty water bottles. I know, it's bad for the environment, which is why, you know, you grab these things. But anyway, that's got coffee-flavored water in it right now. And I only know one snob. My dog, Gracie, was indeed a water snob. She would not drink tap water. It had to come from the bottle. So what about you? Are you a water snob? Let me know your answers for our question of the day. 575-523 KGRT is the number. You can call them in, you can text them in, or since we are live on our social media pages, hey, feel free to leave a comment down below as well. And come join us online, because we do a little extra there as well. But I ask you this question: are you a water snob, or does it really matter? Can you actually taste the difference between those waters? That's another good question. Our question of the day brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. All right. Definitely making sure I've got all the right buttons pressed this time, because apparently I've forgotten a couple of times this week. That was embarrassing. But anyway, are you a water snob? There are some people that say they can actually taste the difference in all of the water brands and all this other stuff. For the most part, if it's an ice cold, a glass of water, I'm going to be pretty good with most of it. But I do like to drink more teas and stuff like that, too. So I like my flavored waters for sure. But sometimes, you know, especially when it's hot outside, that nice ice cold bottle of water is a good thing. But, yeah, it doesn't matter what you drink. If it's tap water, bottled water, filtered, or even just a plain old bottle of supposed 100% spring bottled water. Yeah. So, are you a water snob when you think about it? Let me know your answer. Is 575-523 KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. And just got a text message, says, I drink filtered water, and then gives a brand name. Those water snobs are the ones supporting Starbucks. That's a whole other different kind of flavor. I'm not even sure if that has water in it. It's mainly just sugar, right? I mean, okay, technically coffee as well, which would be, you know, coffee flavored water. But yeah, Filtered tap water is also another way to go. We do have a hard water problem here. I wouldn't say a problem, but there is hard water here in town, and that does make for some interesting tasting water. So filtered tap water, that's good in my book. That's really really cool. But like I said, as long as it's like ice cold, you get that ice cold water out of the fridge, filtered from the fridge, or in your water filtered pitchers. That's good stuff. But are you a water snob? Let me know your answers for our question of the day. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in and around the world. You've heard about it. I know a lot of people are looking forward to it. The premiere of the Michael Jackson biopic recently took place, and the film so far has a 27% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, that's the critic score. I'm wondering what the audience score is, because those two don't often match. Very rare that they do. Let's see. Paramount Pictures is re-releasing Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick into the theaters next month to celebrate the film's 40th anniversary. 40-year-old movies. This makes me feel old. Oh, but speaking of older movies, Parade Magazine says that a 1979 Star Wars action figure was recently sold for $1.34 million. It's the Boba Fett, and it set the world record with its selling price. And in fact, there are only 3 of the prototypes that were ever made, and it came with a rocket launcher and 2 rockets, which were pretty darn cool. And it makes me regret all of the Star Wars toys I destroyed when I was a kid, because you got to blow up, some X-Wings and stuff like that. That would be cool. Joe Buck is closing in on a deal to host ESPN Jeopardy! The program expected to air on Hulu and Disney Plus. It might also run on ABC. I guess they'll wait and see how desperate they are for programming. Let's see. Ferrari is going to be selling the world's most expensive SUV. How expensive? Well, apparently it is the Luce, and it will cost about $647,000. I'll stick with my Suzuki back at home. Yeah. Also, Cheetos delivery driver recently lost control and slid off the inbound lane of an East Freeway in Houston. The 18-wheeler crashed, blocked lanes, and slowed traffic. No injuries were reported, and the good thing, no Cheetos were harmed. No Cheetos spilled, so they were still good. Hopefully they made their destination for all the Cheetos fans out there. Once again, we are looking for answers for our question of the day. It seems that a new survey has found that 60% of Americans say that they are picky about the type of water they drink, and many even claim that they can instantly tell the difference between tap, bottled, filtered, or spring water. So I don't know. Can you do that? Are you a water snob? Is there a certain type of water that you will drink? I had somebody say that they drink filtered water. It's tap water, but it is filtered. So, we got certain minerals in our area that might want to get rid of. But yeah, are you a water snob? I'm a little bit of a water snob. I do like bottled waters more than the tap water right now. But if I had a good filter in there, I think I'd be perfectly fine with the tap water. Yeah. But something about pulling out that ice cold bottle of water from the fridge that really just tastes good. But at the moment, since it is early in the morning-ish, I will stick with my coffee-flavored water right there, which technically is coffee a tea? I don't know. Anyway, that's a question for another day. Let me know your answers for our question of the day today. Are you a water snob? And of course, our question of the day is brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces.